How to crochet the whip stitch seam. For this stitch you will need a crochet hook. Special thanks to our sponsor Cassell for providing today's hooks. Today we are using their Addy Swing ergonomic crochet hooks in the size US 8H. For this stitch you will need a piece of waste yarn and a darning needle. The whip stitch seam is a method of sewing your fabric together, and it can create a nice invisible seam depending on what type of fabric you are sewing together. It's generally really good for fabric that has straight edges on both sides, and it can be great for doing Afghan blocks. We can see on the back here that we created kind of a nice spiral through the seam, and it's very simple, easy to do, and we're going to show you how to do it right now. Step 1. We're going to take 2 fabric swatches that we've made here as a test swatch. Now obviously when you're doing this you would use your granny squares or anything that's got a straight edge on it. This is what this seam works best for. And we're going to start with our darning needle and our waste yarn, or you would use whatever yarn it is that you want to seam your fabric closed with. Here we're using a contrasting color of yarn to make it easier to see what we're doing. So we're going to start by inserting our needle going from front to back right through this corner edge. And we're going to bring it almost all the way through to the end. We're going to leave a few inches at the end so we can weave that in later. We're going to come back through that same stitch and we're going to pull that tight. That's going to lock that first stitch in. Now for step 2, we're going to insert our darning needle into the back loop of this top stitch here and through the front loop of this top stitch. Okay, so we're coming through, we're going through the inside loops, if you can see that, and we're going to pull that tight right through. Okay. And the reason why they call this the whip stitch is because it kind of whips around and it creates this almost spiral stitch going across. Now it's not an incredibly secure stitch, but it will do the job for fabric like this. So we're just going to repeat that step 2. We're going to bring it around the front. We're going to come back, going it through front and back, and we're going to pull it tight. Be careful not to get any of your extra ends pulled in there. And we can see how that whip stitch is made. Let me do it one more time. We're going to come right into this middle one on both of these. Remember, we got the inside loops. You can see them pretty easily there. And we're just going to pull through and tighten down. Okay, so we'll just repeat that sequence until we have sewn all of our stitches together. And that's how you do the whip stitch seam. Want more New Stitch a Day? Check out our website at newstitchaday.com.